So, according to history, we should see either very soon either a collapse in gold or a skyrocketing of silver prices. But you're saying that's not going to happen yet? Why not?
I'm very unlikely. Well, first of all, let's think of the global economy facing significant tariffs from the U.S. So just look at China. Well, China, Japan, Germany, the top three exporting countries on the planet. Their GDP is about the same as U.S. Exports are about 25% of the economy. Compared to the U.S., about 10%. It's not a big deal. Germany is 50%. So talking about a massive predatory exporter, that's Germany. And their average interest rates are below 2%. Are you going to see demand pull from them from anything as they face tariffs from the U.S. where they've been exporting to for the last decades, particularly post World War II? Very unlikely. This is a paradigm shift. This is a shift that is, some of us have been pointed out. Here's a quote I used when I was in the 90s in the trading pits. I got my MBA at night, and I learned in grad school or MBA how great free trade was. And in the trading pits, I learned, yeah, everybody wants free trade as long as they can run net exports with the US. Well, that's being shut off. Bottom line is it means major pressure for all the demand for all the industrial metals, which are synonymous, particularly closely with the stock market, and silver is one of them. Yeah, it's always good for things like solar panels, but we're certainly getting more and more demand for there. But it's the process of gold demonetizing all precious metals, all markets, particularly silver, forever. The bottom line from that chart is what's never happened. We've never had a high in the gold silver ratio with the U.S. stock market this high. And that's my point is at some point, yes, it should revert rapidly, but is it going to be from a much higher level? At right now, that seems to be trajectory, unless we can have some kind of shock surprise
Yeah.
where the U.S. stock market can take off, the rest of the world will do okay. We can just come out of this. But remember, all the world's starting to tilt towards easing. The U.S. is waiting. It's the trajectory right now isn't happening. Basically, to end with this, you typically need a bit more of a flush and a bottom and something to stop it. You need that money printer to get turned on, and right now it's not being turned on.
Okay. Can you answer the question that you posed in this article here? Is gold, silver,
Yes,
100 front running global recession? And then you talked
yes.
about the ratio versus the unemployment rate. Tell us, Mike, what is the relationship between this ratio and the unemployment rate per your findings?
Yeah, so I've enjoyed writing about this one forever. When you analyze gold, silver, it usually goes up when the volatility, the next VIX volatility index is bottoming and going up. That's one example. Gold, silver almost always goes, and that's just starting. Gold, silver almost always goes up when unemployment's going up. It's doing that.